There's a cornucopia of companies reporting at the end of the week, and you might think there's no rhyme or reason to it, but there actually is. This week, we're getting a lot of retail, restaurants, and we're getting some big tech names, along with a couple of companies that were hot IPOs just a few months ago. So, it's good to check in and see what they're doing. These are some of the top stocks to watch for this earnings week, but they're not always the best charts. Let's start off first with, I said it, the retail. This is where the bad charts come in. This is Macy's. They have a pretty good track record of beating, actually, although they are coming off a big loss last quarter, as you can see. But shares are way down as everyone's concerned about them being Amazon still, about the death of the shopping mall, and just about the department store in general, that it may go away altogether. So this one, along with Nordstrom, that's also reporting, are two to watch this week, along with Kohl's too. I would put the three of them in there. But as you can see, it's not been a fun ride down for investors. Our second company is also in retail, and this is one of the ones that I was talking about where the IPO is just happened. So it's a 2017 IPO. They had one quarter so far, which they did beat. You can barely see that green arrow going up there. But after that happened, investors kind of threw in the towel, said, little nervous about the valuations here, and shares have been down since then. So we're coming up to just their second report. A lot of the initial in people are probably out now. So this will be interesting to kind of see where they take it from here. Then our third stock is probably the one everyone's going to be watching this week, Nvidia again. Yes, indeed, the crazy chart, just the one miss back then in 2015, and the stock is still off to the races. I know when I did this video last quarter, we were all concerned with whether or not it had topped out there, and then it didn't. It beat, and then the shares, soared again. So can it do this again? I don't know. Price for perfection once again, but it met that perfection limit last quarter, and we'll see if they can do it again. This is definitely one I know, like I said, everyone's going to be watching. Then we have another IPO company that you all know that also has an interesting story, and that is the Snap. Snap is going for its second quarter here. It too beat, just like Canada Goose did in their first time out the gate. But this one, investors have really soured on. They're concerned about the number of users. They're concerned about profit and whether or not it will ever become profitable, whether or not someone will buy them out, whether or not Instagram is just beating them and basically across all metrics. These are all the things everyone's going to be tuned into for this second time that they're reporting. First time you get a little bit of a pass. Second time they expect you to have your stuff together a little bit more. So Snap is the other stock everyone's going to be watching this week to end the week. And then we're going to have, like I said, a lot of retail going. And JCPenney, I'm kind of fond of this one. They only have the one miss in all the years where they're doing the turnaround. So yeah, the chart is awful back in 2012, 2013, when things were bad. But they've righted the ship now. You can't really tell that from the stock, though. Still trying to get the turnaround going. They are expected to be profitable, though, and that hasn't happened for numerous quarters. So that's a good thing. They are coming off this big beat last quarter, but nobody seems to care. Again, similar issues for Macy's, whether or not they're being Amazoned, the death of the shopping mall, and then just the difficulty with these big department stores and what their future might hold. So a lot going on. Will we get any real answers with retail this quarter? We might not, but we might get some insight on back to school and other things that are big in the retail calendar that are going on right now. That will be happening in the next quarter, but a lot of times they give a look in about what that looks like. So if you're interested in any of these retail stocks, definitely be tuning in this week because we're getting a lot of them, especially on the department store. But we're getting some apparel, accessories, and department stores this week. So we're going to get a better idea of what's happening there. Now, if you're interested in options trades on any of these, because I know some of you are, and I'm sure you are on Nvidia, Dave Bartosiak will be covering Nvidia over on Zach's Live Trader on YouTube this week. So be sure to tune in over there. He's got all the options action on many of these big names going this week. He might be covering Snap too. I'm not sure, but you should tune in over there to find out. Again, that's Zach's Live Trader over on YouTube.